Looking at the defaults for column labels, the sample table, you can see that except for some batch table internal columns, all of these are checked. If I look over at the Quant-My-Way and sort on the visible columns, you can see I've picked this set, which includes sample name, data file name, instrument name. I record the data file method that was loaded, and the small set is all that I've chosen to appear in my user interface. I can add and remove columns, but only from this set. Please notice that I've changed the header for DA method file name to DA method by overriding the column label. Looking at column labels, the compound method, again in the defaults, all have been checked. Looking at Quant-My-Way, you can see that I've only chosen this set of compound-specific method columns, including the sample amount limits that I'm using for the outlier. Those are visible to the user interface. Looking at column labels, compound results, again, besides a set of internal columns that are used by the database, I have all of them checked by default, but in the case of Quant-My-Way, I've trimmed that list down to final concentration, retention time difference, and some others that I consider to be important, like whether I manually integrated at retention time, that I can show in the user interface. Looking at column labels compound method, here are all the choices available in the user interface, but in Quant-My-Way, I've trimmed that down so I have a much smaller set. I've taken the qualifier ratio ranges, collision energies, fragmentor voltage, and I've recorded that transition as well for the qualifier information that I'm interested in my application. For the column labels qualifier results, the defaults have all of them checked, but in Quant-My-Way, I'm going to trim that down to a much smaller set. So if I sort by the visible column, you can see I've just kept, for example, some metrics involving the results, like whether it's been manually integrated, but a very small set. Here is the ISTD compound method. Again, the defaults have them all checked, and I'm only going to have a partial set of those. In this batch there is no ISTD, and you'll see later that I knock out this particular set because it's not ISTD corrected. For the sake of completeness, I'll show you the ISTD compound results. Again, the defaults have them all checked, but this is a much reduced subset of that in this Quant-My-Way. For the column labels calibration, here are the defaults. You can see that they've been checked there. For Quant-My-Way, I pretty much keep the same as the defaults. Thanks for your attention.